Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our pregame activities. Coming up next is the Owls and the Lions.
Hello everyone, well, welcome to R.L. Anderson Stadium, where tonight the Greenville Lions will tangle with the Joshua Texas Owls. The Owls come in with a record of 1-1, having lost to Springtown 30-9 and beating Urban MacArthur 23-6 last week. The Lions were defeated by Sulphur Springs 42-12 before the game was suspended by lightning. Alongside me tonight is Bentley Love. I'm Rob Muty, and working the free course system is Archer O'Neill. The Lion touchdowns last week come from the passing game. Junior Chris Whitus finished with 4 catches for 124 yards and 2 touchdowns. From sophomore quarterback Phoenix Rodriguez, who was 6 out of 10, 162, including those touchdown passes of 8 and 80 yards to White. You're going to have problems tonight, folks, with the, we have windows open and we've got a very loud PA system, and then we'll have an occasional train go by. So, Bentley, what do you think about the offense performance last week by Sulphur Springs?
I'm really excited to see that Whitus-Rodriguez connection get established early in the game. I think in the second half we're going to see a lot more of that, so I'm hoping to see more of it tonight, as I think we'll see a lot of it all season. So I'm looking forward to seeing how those two guys match up, and good things will happen if they're able to find each other.
Absolutely. Well, we're ready for kickoff, folks. Number 47. Jorge Aguilera. Kick is coming down at the 18-yard line, taken there by Joshua. Stumbles at about the 28 and is brought down at about the 35-yard line.
On the return for the Owls.
There's number 7, Cameron Clayton, for Greenville there.
Yeah, it was Nehemiah Figueroa on the kickoff. Our apologies for that. I had my iPad pulling up my Greenville roster. All right, so the defense takes the field. Joshua won the toss and left it to receive. And they'll be moving from right to left, which is from north to south. The quarterback, number 9, Braden Lane, the leading rusher, is fullback Salas, number 21. So watch for those two guys. Handoff is to Salas. And Salas runs forward for close to first down yardage.
It's tackled by a couple lines there. Lane Lemmy, number 18, as well as Zayden Armstrong Teeters.
We're looking directly at this one, folks. It's only going to get worse as the sun lowers. So bear with us, and hopefully the sound is coming through okay, not being overdone by the PA system. That's a first down for Joshua, so the ball is spotted right at the 45-yard line. First and 10 Owls. Played through 1 pass last week, and so we're expecting to see most of the performances. I think going to be in the game. It looks up 5 on
down on the ball by Zayden Armstrong Teeters. Joshua 39 up on second down, 6 to go.
Got both Hamilton and Teeters Armstrong, or Armstrong Teeters, I'm sorry, in the linebacker spot. So Edward Furellen, I believe, is out tonight with concussion protocol, so they're going to be a little bit thin at running back. That might affect the depth chart a little bit.
Yeah, I might see Ethan Brand slide in some at linebacker to give those guys a break, or maybe even take a few snaps at running back. But probably maybe more linebacker so Hamilton and Teeters can have a break.
Yeah, there's normally starting lineup on defense, but I'd be exceeding right now. All right, second and 6, and this is a shot
before the snap.
Now, come movement by Joshua, so that'll set them about 5 yards.
Yeah, so it'll bring up second and 11 here for the Joshua Owls.
On the coaches, Joshua to help me with the starting lineups. People to watch. And also Michael Snap, who's is a one-man show on a website called Owls on Air. All right, second and 11 for the Owls. It's a fake this time to Salas, and Payne's he's up to the football line.
Tackle was made there by number 10, Cash Garcia. Bringing up 3rd and 5 in this line.
See if the defense can stick on the force of turning over downs. Florida having lost 49-27 and 49-12 in just three halves.
Yeah.
The Greenville defense has given up a ton of points.
Yeah, they have.
Seems to be a delay here. I don't see it. Play clock's only down to 16. It seems like they're giving a long play clock or something. Oh, here we go. 45. Fake the silence. Put the corners it all. And
yeah, it looks like he did recover it there, but great play by defense. The defense to force a fumble. That'll bring up, looks like 4th and 13 here, so definitely a punting situation.
I thought they were playing back in there, but they also hit. They're clearly just a blitzing linebacker or something, and Payne just coughed it up and was fortunate to be able to cover it.
Yeah.
So Joshua in formation. Kicker is Matt Luther, a junior. It's a low snap, but he feels it well. It's a low kick, and it goes out of bounds. Very short kick, so Greenville's going to start out with very good field position.
I don't know if that's because of what's going on or what.
So let's see what Rodriguez, Whitus, and Bankston et al. Can do something with this good field position for the Lions.
Yeah, so it'll be good to get a good look at the offense here early, as this will be the first time the Lions offense has in the game. So
that field position's been an issue for the Lions occasionally.
Yeah.
So they pretty much can open the playbook right here. Starting center, Levi Davenport has mastered the snap much better. Rodriguez looks to the right. He has Teeter's Armstrong, and he is banged down at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, pickup of about 5 there. So we got 2nd and 5 for the Lions.
I'm going to get Armstrong too as well. These guys with 2 Armstrongs make it a little bit difficult. Michael said he had a guy last week and it caused him all kinds of problems. So Xavier, best of luck to you down there tonight. 2nd and 5 for the Lions. They're on 49-yard line. Snap is high. Fake to Armstrong, Teeters and Giving to down on the sweep.
It looked like he picked up about 4 yards there, so maybe 3.
But real close to first down yardage, I think, that way.
Yeah, got 4 yards, so 3rd and 1.
Joshua 47-yard line. It's 3rd down and 1 to go.
See, one of those situations you like to have your quarterback under center for the possibility of just a quick little quarterback snap instead of having it back 5 yards on the snap count. And it's fair enough. And off that time
Armstrong Teeters there.
And he was brought down by the loss.
Yeah, and the linebacker, defensive end off the edge there for Joshua, got a good jump, and I mean, he timed it perfectly and was back in the back quick.
Yeah, 12.5 yard to Bentley. They got to do better than that.
Yeah, we do.
All right, Rodriguez goes into punt formation.
Coming in that again. And they can't hear ball.
It's a good snap, and he just barely gets to the line. It's a low kick, but it bounds out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. There's a lot of pressure from Joshua on that play.
Yeah, so took a good Greenville bounce there. The Lions will set up at the 25. And we'll have a second go here as we'll get another look at the offense. Defense, excuse me.
That's just about a 30-yard kick.
Too many men on the field for Greenville.
Okay, Greenville's been penalized, it looks like. May have to do that one over, and if they do, I hope they block them.
Yeah. The referees are talking it over at midfield to see kind of what they're deciding here.
Well, Joshua may just decline the penalty.
Yeah.
Now he's bringing him back, so they are going to have to re-kick. Well, now he's talking to Coach Delaney. And let's see what...
they're going to walk it off here.
Oh, they're just going to walk it off. Okay.
So it looks like they're going to give him about 5 yards there. Let's go here.
32-yard line.
Tiffany, can you tell if the loudspeaker is still on? All right, there's a run from Salas, and Salas is up beyond first down yardage.
Another one pulled by
They can't hear us.
Again, for Joshua Howell, first down.
Apparently they can't hear us. Good practice.
Yeah.
Armstrong Teeters, A.T. Armstrong Teeters.
You can just call them.
All the way down to the 44-yard line of Greenville.
Yeah, carries a whole crowd there. Eventually Chris Whitus as well as number 21 Javion Bailey, who made the tackle. Bailey in tonight in place of the injured Devin Stroud. So see more of him than we did last week probably.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. Cooper Roberts, number 88, comes in at the right end defensive spot. But the Greenville Lions are dressed in red jerseys, white pants, and white helmets. And Joshua is dressed up in gray and with blue helmets. That's good for me, yeah. That would be good. You want us to wear them? Oh.
Archer said he can't hear us, and he's wondering if it's picking up from the audio on the camera, maybe, or something.
If you're not hearing us, we may be having some technical difficulties. We're working on those.
Yeah, it's very muffled. I can't
Facility
understand
here,
what
the
he's saying.
press box here. Unfortunately, air conditioning is out. We've got the windows open. So we're getting the band noise, we're getting the PA system noise, and next time the train goes by, we'll get the train noise as well. All right, once again, there's a delay for some reason. Play clock is just sitting at 40. Joshua's got a first down at the Greenville 44-yard line. Esteban Salas is pretty much having his own way.
Hey, they're all saying in the comments they still can't hear us.
All right, Payne under center. Gives to Salas.
Taji Matthews, the ball carrier. Brought down on the play by Zayden Armstrong Teeters.
We'll call it a pickup of 5, so it'll be second and 5.
Gain of 5 on the play to the 39-yard line. It's second down, 5 to go.
Hey, Archer said we're good.
Okay. All right. Apparently we got sound now. So welcome back with us. And if it's first time you're hearing from us, I'm Bob Muty, and Bentley Love is right alongside of me with Archer O'Neill on his side. There's a fake this time to Matthew.
The ball carrier.
Payne keeps it, and he picks up about 4 yards.
Yeah, it's tackled there by number 7 Cameron Clayton.
Clayton comes up from what they call the star position, which is, I guess, the strong safety.
Yeah, kind of roaming around, too.
He's not a big guy, but he's pretty aggressive.
He is.
Okay, we'll call it 3rd and 3 for the Owls.
3rd down, 2 to go.
Ball is at the 37-yard line of Greenville. Lions really need to stiffen right here. Try to force a 4th down situation. Very tight formation. In motion, there goes Matthew. And Matthew's going to move the chains. Brought down by Cash Garcia.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, Cash Garcia there on the tackle as well as number 70, Legarian Savage.
At the 28-yard line, that's a Joshua. First down.
Joshua now's got, probably about 5 first downs, and Greenville had a great opportunity, but yet to move the chains.
Yeah. sideline to get their play from their coach.
They threw one pass last week, Bentley.
I remember last year when we played them, they ran the ball a whole lot too.
Braden Payne looks over to the sidelines. He's rolling to his right. Garcia's got him for a loss.
Yeah, tackle made there by number 88, Cooper Roberts,
Down on the play by number
as well as a
88,
little help
Cooper Roberts.
from number 70, Ligarian Savage.
That's much better, Tiffany.
Loss of 2 on the play at the 30-yard line. Second down, 12 to go.
Roberts was a late addition to this roster, but he's put in some pretty good minutes thus far.
Yeah, he has. And he's been really effective when he's been on the field, too.
He's playing where Cash Garcia would normally be. That's why I thought it was Garcia that made the tackle. My bad.
It's all good.
It's all good. All right. 2nd and 12. Hand off to Salas. Salas is running free once again, and he's picked up about 10 yards.
Esteban Salas, the ball carrier.
Salas racked up like 70-some yards last year against us.
Yeah.
He was out last week, got a stinger early in the game, and
Gain on the play to the 21-yard line.
he's back now. And
Between him
and Matthew, they're pretty tough tandem.
Yeah.
Once again, Payne looks over to the sidelines to his offensive coordinator, waiting for the signal. Again, the play clock is not moved. I don't know if the Steelers working or what, but anyway. 3rd and 3. Again, Salas gets the call, and
Salas, the ball
got
carrier.
another first down.
Yeah, pickup of about
Brought
4
down
or
by
5
Jaden
there.
Armstrong
It's
Teeters.
taken down by Armstrong Teeters.
Gain on the play to the 16-yard line. Good for Joshua L. First down.
I see Brighton Young, one of the starting left guard on offense, is in there playing some defense now, in there with Dwayne Burry. So we're getting some substitutes, and it is hot down there tonight. I bet the temperature on the field is probably close to 100.
Yeah, probably. It's warm up here in the booth, so I can imagine it'd be hot down there on that turf.
We have a beautiful, beautiful field here. Got MISD, of course, for Mansfield ISD. All right, Payne under center, in motion, and Salas once again, and he's down inside the 5, bounces off a tackler, and he's finally brought down at the 1-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, Armstrong Teeters who got him down there at the end.
He lost the handle, but he must have been rolled down.
Brought down by St. Armstrong Teeters at the Greenville 1-yard line. A first down, goal to go, Joshua.
Speaking of the heat, it's 90 degrees, feels like 94 right now, so I know those boys are probably sweating down there on the field.
We do have a nice air move, unfortunately. The booth is bearable. All right, 1st and goal from the 1. And it's Salas, and great blocking by the left side of the Joshua offensive line, and that's a touchdown for Salas.
Touchdown, Joshua.
Yeah, so we're looking at a 6-0 score here by Joshua as their kicker, number 40. Carson Kilcoyne comes on for the extra point.
Carson Kilcoyne on for the extra point attempt.
He might have been the punter, too. I don't think it was Matt Luther. Good snap, good hold, and a good kick.
And the try for 1 is good.
Making the score, Joshua 7,
Greenville
Greenville Lions 0.
Joshua 7,
with a minute and 36 seconds left to go here in the first quarter.
There are 2 stadiums here in Mansfield. The other one is Vernon Newsom Stadium. It's a much newer facility. This is the original Mansfield ISD Stadium. I'm sure it's been renovated since it was initially built. Looks like it would seat a bunch of people.
Yeah, it definitely would.
What's say 12, 15,000 people maybe?
Maybe. I don't know that I've ever seen a stadium with visitor stands this big at the high school level.
Yeah. Well, in any event, Owls will be kicking off from the 40-yard line.
Joshua is number 31. Ishmael Robles.
Trying to get an idea of the wind direction. Looks like it's blowing from the south, so he'll be kicking into a little bit of a headwind.
Yeah.
Back deep for the Lions, standing at the 20-yard line. Pierre Dunn.
And I believe that's Chris Whitus, but I'm not 100% sure about that.
Now they're moving up, so it looks like they're anticipating a popover kick, which is pretty much become the standard for high school football these days. Now they back up again. Approach. Here's the kick. It's a deep kick. It's taken by
number 1, Bravion Colbert.
Bravion Colbert calls for and makes a fair catch for the Lions. Greenville football 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I think Dunn really wanted that one because he had some momentum coming forward, but Colbert called for the fair catch, took a knee immediately, and field position not nearly as good as it was for the first series.
Yeah, looking at 1st and 10 here from the 25-yard line.
Lions completed one pass in the first 3 plays and had a 3rd and short, less than a yard, could not convert. Brand in motion, hand off to Hamilton. Hamilton has a little bit of room, and he's up to about the 28-yard line.
Yeah, it looks to be a pickup of about 3 there.
The ball carrier.
As we'll call
Brought
it
down on the play by number
2nd and
90,
8
Mikey
here.
Durant.
2nd and 7, excuse me.
Looks like we're going to be seeing a rotation between Hamilton and Armstrong Teeters at the running back spot.
Yeah, probably trying to keep them both fresh with Fluellen out tonight.
2nd and 7 for the Lions. In motion once again is Ethan Brand. Fakes the handoff, throws, and Colbert cannot handle it.
Just a hair wide there.
And Mario Valentine mixed it up a little bit with number 11 from
Gavin McManus.
Yeah. And McManus lost his helmet, so he's got to sit out a play.
3rd down and 7 now from the 28-yard line.
I think Mario's got a little bit of a mean streak in him.
Yeah.
He told me he likes to play defense better than offense, but that time it looked like he got a little aggressive.
Yeah.
Looks like a timeout here.
Joshua timeout here.
Yeah, we'll take a very short break, 30 seconds. We'll be right back after this word from Juice.
Serving the people of Greenville is what we do. At Juice, community involvement, volunteering, giving back through sponsorships, and providing hometown service with world-class reliability are just a few of our priorities. Being a locally owned public power utility means we are your family, friends, and neighbors. Community involvement and giving is easy when you are serving your hometown. Nationally recognized reliability and service, owned by those we serve for over 130 years.
They had to move the FCA breakfast to yesterday morning because the Lions had no school today. All right, we got 3rd down and 7. Rodriguez back, looking deep. He takes a big hit. And in fact, from McManus kind of took out his frustration on Phoenix Rodriguez, and the pass was overthrown.
Yeah. So Greenville will be looking at a 4th and 7 here as the punting unit will come on. Rodriguez back deep to punt, standing at the 15-yard line.
Got 3 blockers in front of him this time. And it's a much better kick. Taking it to 36. And 2 guys from Joshua ran into one another. Gabe Boone was tripped up by teammate Dre Wilson.
At the 40-yard line.
The tackle made by number 9, Damian Bankston, but he definitely had a little bit of help from the Joshua teammate there.
Interesting note on Boone, he had 3 interceptions last week.
Wow.
From his defensive secondary spot, he's a force to be reckoned with. All right, Lions now set up their defensive squad at Joshua's 45-yard line. Got to try to stop that fullback. Payne fakes it to him, rolling right, has some room to run, and he's bounced by Colbert. I think Colbert might have got the worst of that situation.
Yeah, Colbert made the first contact there, but number 21, Javion Bailey, was there to help him with the tackle.
And we'll call it a gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
Gain of 5 on the play to the 45. Second down, 5 to go.
The play clock is not working, okay? So they must be keeping it on the field, and that's got to be hard for the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I mean, those two play clocks are just set right on 40 and no movement at all. So the refs are having their hands full. There's a handoff once again to Salas. And this time the Lions do a better job.
Salas, the ball carrier.
Yeah, several lines in on the tackle as after he picked up about 3 yards there, ending the first quarter, bring up 3rd and 2, it looks like, for Joshua here to start the second quarter.
Yeah, Joshua uses 2 slot backs, and number 10, Cash Kreiner, is the one who's been in motion most of the time.
Yeah,
it's very hard to hear ourselves talk with that PA system being turned up so loud. I asked them to turn it down, but apparently they either can't or won't.
Yeah, not sure if y'all can hear it like we can at home, but it's very loud in our ears for sure.
Can you hear that PA system? So our mic is blocking it out. Am I too loud then? I'm sorry. I'm just responding to the volume of the PA system. I may be speaking louder than I need to. Archer, am I speaking too loud into the microphone, from what you can tell?
I think it sounds pretty good.
Down, 2 to go.
Keep it at that level then.
All right, so teams have switched. They didn't have to go very far. 3rd down and 2 from the 48-yard line, and Salas is going to have the yard to game again.
Salas, the ball carrier.
Tackle made there by number 33, Makai McEwen.
Number 72, Sergio Coronado, in on the play, and showed good sportsmanship by helping Salas up from the prone position. First down, Owls at the Greenville 49-yard line. 11:40 remaining here in the second quarter. The Owls, the Owls lead 7-0 over the Lions. Braden Payne takes a snap. Once again, it's Salas from the fullback spot. And he's up to the Greenville 45-yard line.
Yeah, another tackle made there by number 7, Cameron Clayton.
Brought down on the play by Cameron Clayton.
Clayton is just a junior, but he kind of reminds me of Jackson Cathy when Cathy played.
Yeah.
I remember Cathy when he was a freshman. He played with my grandson, our grandson Thomas Jones, and he was the only guy that would really tackle anybody. He was doing it from the safety spot. Just a little aside for you there, folks. A little Greenville history. Incidentally, Jackson Cathy's sister just got married. Payne is back. He's throwing, but he overthrows. That's probably why they only threw one pass last week.
Yeah, so they'll bring up 3rd and 5 here for the Joshua Owls.
Payne's a southpaw. The lefty.
Great coverage for the Lions, number 21, Javian Bailey.
All right, that brings up 3rd and 6. Sun is going down, so pretty soon it'll be over the horizon, and maybe we'll be feeling a whole lot better about things. Excuse me. All right, 3rd and 6. Payne fakes a handoff. No, he finally gives it to Salas once again, and Salas is close to first down yardage. I'm not sure he made it.
Yeah, we'll see if they give it to him here. It looks like they're gonna call it inches here, so it'll be 4th and inches.
Yeah, the yardstick is just looks like it's about 1.5 feet on the inside the 40-yard line. So Joshua's going to go for it on 4th down, and don't be surprised if Payne gets it as his keeper. And sure enough, he does, and just looked like a tush push.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like the tush push of some sort.
Payne on the quarterback keep. To the 38-yard line, good for Joshua. First down.
That's exactly what Greenville should have done when they had 3rd down and short like that.
Yeah.
Phoenix Rodriguez, of course, not nearly as big as Payne. Payne looks like he's about, I'm guessing, 175, 180 pounds. Maybe, what would you say, 6'3"?
Yeah, maybe right around there.
Salas is a pretty stocky guy, and he runs real hard. Alex Ruvalcaba goes in motion, and Payne has got it. He deigns the pitch, keeps it,
On the quarterback
picks up
keep.
about 4.
Tackle made there by number 1, Bravion Colbert.
Gain of 3 on the play to the 35-yard line.
All right,
Second down,
PA
7
system
to
is
go.
saying we've got 3 yards pickup. Ball is spotted just inside the 35-yard line of Greenville. Lion defense, once again, has been on the field a lot on this warm evening. That's kind of been the story of the Lions season thus far.
Yep.
Payne under center, gives to Salas. Salas is loose, and he may score. He's down at the 5. He's into the end zone.
I drug a couple Lions in there with him as they made it into the end zone after about a 25-yard run there.
Salas on the 35-yard touchdown run and the 6 points.
Well, he got 73 against us last year, and it looks like he's probably got about, I bet he's got close to 70 already tonight.
Yeah, Carson Kilcoyne on for the PAT here.
Good snap, good hold, and a good kick.
And the drive for one.
14 nothing.
8:54 remains.
Joshua.
The quarter. The new score.
8:54
14,
remaining.
Greenville 0.
As the Lions offense will get the ball back here and look to try to get something going.
Tiffany, let's take a short break. Yeah, the sun's going down.
Juice trims trees all year long because we want first-rate electric reliability. And you know what that makes? Mulch. Lots of mulch. Mountains of mulch. And if you know someone who needs mulch, just come to 502 Wesley Street to pick it up. You'll have to load it yourself, but you can take as much as you want for free. Because it's just one more way Juice is delivering hometown service and world-class reliability. At Juice, we're proud of our competitive electric rates. And if you want to save even more, think about changing your thermostat by 4 degrees on some of the hottest or coldest days of the year. We call it 4 degrees of savings, and it's one way you can save money so you can have more nights out.
Okay, we're back here at R.L. Anderson. It's a short popover kick, and Greenville lets it bounce. That's a bad mistake. It's finally taken by DeKeebrey and Williams, and he retreated a couple of yards before he gets it back up to the 25-yard line. You got to catch that thing in the air, Bentley.
Yeah, he danced around there for a little bit and almost had something really good going, but he ended up picking up about 5 yards there on the play. So
Brought down on the play by Cade Boone.
All right, let's see if the Lion offense can get something going here. They did, as we said earlier, they did most of their damage last week, if not all of it, through the air.
At the 20-yard line, 1st and 10, Greenville.
I think if David Claiborne is not mistaken, we only had like 16 yards rushing last week in that first half against Sulphur.
yeah, they definitely threw the ball a lot, which I like to see.
Rodriguez takes a snap, fakes a handoff, whips it out, and misses Bankston on the quick out.
Rodriguez pass incomplete.
Bring up 2nd and 10 here for the Lions.
In coverage on the play, number 7, Jackson Wells.
Not a whole lot of wind tonight, so it's
10 to go.
a pretty nice night to
line.
throw the football.
Yeah, for sure.
Rodriguez so far a little bit off target. Sophomore quarterback.
He's got 2 receivers split out to each side.
Got the red shoes to match the red shirt. Takes a snap, fakes a handoff, looks downfield. It was off a deflection, and the catch is made by Bankston.
Yeah, great play there by Bankston. It was a little high. He was able to tip it up into the air and then grab it before a defender did. So that'll bring up a fresh set of downs for the Lions as they'll be looking at 1st and 10 here from the 35.
That was a very athletic reception by Bankston. So 1st down Lions, their initial one of the night. Ball at the 35-yard line. Trips left. Rodriguez looks that way. Now he's going to throw the bubble screen to Colbert. And he breaks a tackle and he's loose. He's midfield. He's down to the 40, the 30, the 20. He cuts back and he's tripped up at the 20-yard line.
A great play there by Colbert as he went about
across midfield
44 yards there on that reception, and he almost had it all the way, but a defender cut in front of him. He had to make a move and unfortunately got tripped up there, but a great play by Rodriguez and Colbert.
Yeah, that's a really nice job by Colbert breaking the tackle. So first down Lions at the 20-yard line of Joshua. Hand off to Armstrong Teeters. He breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. It's down to about the 12-yard line.
Jaden Armstrong Teeters, the ball carrier.
Yeah, tackle there made by number 90, Mikey Duran. Great play there by Armstrong Teeters. It'll bring up 2nd and 4 here for the Lions.
Yeah, Duran's a little guy, 6'3", 320.
3 to go from the 13-yard line.
Coach Collins called him a big old boy.
Yeah.
That's an understatement. 2nd and 3 for the Lions. Once again, handoff to Armstrong Teeters. This time he is gang tackled short of the first down.
Armstrong Teeters, the ball carrier.
And we'll see their pickup of maybe half a yard or so. Bring up 3rd and a long 3 here.
Alongside Elijah Alvarez.
Really like to see the Lions capitalize on this offensive series and put some points on the board.
Yeah. Like to see him go back to the air here, maybe. Would have liked to see that last play for sure.
Yeah. Third and 3. Aiden Ray in motion. Hand off to Teeters. And he breaks a tackle. He's down to the 5, breaks another tackle. And he's fighting his way into the end zone. Gets a little help from the other guys in red, but they spotted it. Looks like at about a half yard.
Yeah, great play there. Broke several tackles and ultimately was stopped about a half a yard short there, but great play by Armstrong Teeters.
Breaking tackles inside the 1-yard line.
Old Nick Martin was trying to push him into the end zone.
Yeah, he was.
Now here's another situation. We've got 3rd and a half a yard, or 1st and a half a yard, and our quarterback is not going to be under center. I think that's something that the coaches need to look at. Just my opinion. All right, man in motion is Whitus. Handoff is to Armstrong Teeters, and he doesn't get in.
Yeah, good goal line stand there by Joshua.
Teeters, the ball carrier.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal here from, it looks like they're going to call it the 1. Maybe a little bit closer than the 1.
He might have picked up a foot.
Yeah.
Guys up front really got to make a statement now and, blow the guys in gray back into the end zone. Got one receiver split left, one to the right. I don't think they're going to come into play. Brand is the H-back. He gets in front of Armstrong Teeters, and he looked like he was going to get in the end zone, but the hole closed up quickly.
Yeah, Teeters tackled there. Looks like for no gain, as it'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line.
They seem to be trying to work off the right side, and without success.
For the Elves defense, Sergio Nada.
It looks like they've maybe marked it for a loss that time. So maybe they got.
Yeah, it looks like they did back them up about half a yard or so.
Okay, well, let's see if we come up with something different. Again, a man in motion is Whitus. Rodriguez takes a snap. Now he's going to pass for it. Maybe he'll run for it. He's got some room, and he runs for the corner of the end zone and makes it for a touchdown.
And Rodriguez had to go a long way to get that one in there, but he did bring it to Joshua 14, Greenville 6 here, as we're going to see number 47, Figueroa, come on for the PAT.
Yeah, he'll be kicking out of the hole with Ethan Brand, and the deep snapper is Jorge Aguilera. But, yeah, you said Phoenix Rodriguez, he ran about 40 or 50 yards from midfield and get it right at the pylon. Bankston backs up a little bit to get a better blocking position. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up.
And
Kick
it
is no good.
Bounced off the goalpost there.
Looks like there might be a penalty for roughing the kicker, though. Let's wait and see. Aguilera definitely got knocked down.
Yeah, he did.
Now that's going to bring up an interesting situation. You wonder if the Lions might go for 2.
The penalty against Joshua.
Yeah, Phoenix is on the field, it looks like.
Will be
So
retried.
it looks like they might go for 2 here as they've got the ball at about the 1.5-yard line. Maybe one.
I wonder if he had the option to throw that one as well, but he saw that there was nothing but green turf between him and that pylon, and he just raced for it and made it easily.
Yeah, well, and he really only had one receiver over there, and he was well covered. So be interesting to see what the Lions do here as they go for 2-point conversion.
Well, based upon the history of the last couple of plays, you would think that they would lean towards some kind of a pass.
Yeah.
There's Colbert in motion. It is a handoff this time. It looks like Armstrong Teeters
Yeah, and
is in for the 2-point conversion.
he did get in those. That'll bring the score to Joshua Owls 14, Greenville Lions 8, with 4.5 minutes left here in the first half.
My apologies to the Armstrong family and the Teeters family for the problems with the last names for Zayden, but clearly he put his head down that time and bowled his way into the end zone for that 2-point conversion.
Yeah, he did, and great play for sure.
So the Lions rear up and get a touchdown to make this a 6-point ball game with 4:31 remaining here in the first half. It's really a pretty nice night for football. Now that the sun's down, maybe that temperature's down in the low 90s maybe.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, and Joshua did receive the ball to start the game off here, so Greenville will get to start the second half with the ball, which will be good.
That's a very good point, Bentley. And maybe we'll get some decent field position with the pop-over kick if we'll try to return it.
Yeah, a defensive stand here would be huge for the Lions after they kick it off.
Well, they had a little bit of a chance to take a rest.
Yeah.
But again, we've got several players on this roster that go both ways. And on a hot night like tonight, that really is going to take a toll.
Yeah, it will.
And with Llewellyn and Stroud both being out, several of our wide receivers, and of course Llewellyn is a backup running back, those guys are having to spend even more time on the field.
Yeah.
The deep end for Joshua.
Aguilar is teeing it up at the 40-yard line, of course. Returners are standing at the 10-yard line. Aguilar's distance is about a 40-yarder, so let's see how deep he gets it. It's a short pop-over kick. It looked like a fair catch was called. They're going to spot it at the 32-yard line. That's where the Owls will set up shop.
And made by Alex Rubalcaba.
Yeah, so we'll get another look here at the defense after they got a little bit of a break.
The defensive starters on the line for the Lions are typically Sergio Coronado, LeGarrette Savage, and Mekhi McEwen. Cooper Roberts, I see, is in there. Coronado's in there.
First and 10 from their own 33.
Looks like maybe they're going to a 4-man defensive front.
And probably to help try and stop that run.
Yep.
Because they know it's coming.
Yeah, the linebackers are uptight. Even the cornerbacks are uptight. Handoff is to Salas. This time he goes down.
Esteban Salas, the ball carrier.
It looked like a pickup of about 4. Bring up 2nd and 6 here for the Owls.
Gain of 4 on the play.
Somebody got an arm on him and tripped him up. And
6 to go.
Maybe this defensive adjustment is going to be good for the Lions because the Owls have been pretty successful running up the middle. Salas gets the ball again. He comes a little wider this time. Aiden Ray's in on the tackle along with Montana McEwen, who's getting a little time at the defensive secondary.
A pickup of about 4 there.
Devine
As it'll bring up 3rd and 8. Third, 2, excuse me.
At the 41-yard line, it's 3rd down, 2 to go.
Lions almost look like they're in a 6-man defensive line. The guys are so great. Aiden Ray is right up on the line of scrimmage, as is Trenton Clayton. Then we got Valderas, I think, at the middle linebacker spot. Oh, man, and there goes, is that Matthew that time?
That's Salas again.
He's a busy man.
He is.
Across midfield, that's good for Joshua Owls. First down.
Does that kind of remind you of the Oklahoma triple option where the fullback used to get so much yardage?
Yeah, it does.
Boy. Okay, the Lions give up a first down that time to Mr. Salas. So it's 1st and 10 at the 48 of Greenville. Salas once again. This time he's met pretty much at the hole.
Salas, the ball
Yeah,
carrier.
pickup of maybe a yard there.
Savage in
Providing
that
on the
one.
stop, number 70, Bulgarian Savage. And number 32, Isaac Balderas.
Yeah, Lions subbing
Gain of
Mackay
1
McEwen
off
back
the
into the game.
at the 47-yard line.
Armstrong Teeters is almost playing the
Second
defensive
down, 9,
end
pick
spot
up.
Yeah.
from his linebacker position. He's got to be tired already.
Yeah. Long offensive drive and then defense on the field for quite a
Yeah.
long too.
In motion goes Kreiner, and Salas is brought down from behind. Good play
That's
that
the man,
time by
Salas, the ball
Armstrong
carrier.
Teeters.
Yeah, it was. Pickup of about 4
Xavier
there.
Armstrong Teeters, the ball
5,
carrier,
excuse me.
with the tackle.
You know, there's a couple of really good athletes on this Greenville Lion roster, and I think Armstrong Teeters is one of them.
Yeah.
Like the Lions, maybe you're going to take a timeout. Let's see who called that.
2-minute warning.
A 2-minute timeout. This is something new in high school football and college, of course.
Timeout on the field.
They
This
don't
is
call
our
it the 2-minute
2-minute
warning. They call it
timeout.
the 2-minute timeout.
Yeah.
So, what do you think so far about the way the game's gone, Bentley?
You know, I've liked what I've seen so far for Greenville. Some things they definitely can work on at halftime and coming into the second half here, but looking at the time left on the clock, I feel like the Lions are in a much better situation right now than they have been in their first 2 games.
Yeah, it looks to me like they've made some defensive adjustments.
Yeah, but I think it's key for the rest of this half and next half. They need to stack the box and put a bunch of extra guys up front to try and stop that run and force Joshua to throw, because they've thrown it once, maybe twice tonight, and both time, or the one time was quite a bit off target. So,
well, it's clearly not Braden Payne's specialty.
Resuming play.
Defense coordinator
Third
Scotty
down,
Yates and
something
Fred
44
Boletnikoff Jr. And there's a handoff once again. And this is Matthew this time, and he's swallowed up by a horde of red-shirted
Matthew,
Lions,
the
led
ball
by
carrier.
Ligarian Savage.
yeah, great play there by the Lions.
So these adjustments by Yates and Boletnikoff.
Timeout on the field taken by Greenville.
So the
Third
Lions are going to take a
timeout of the
timeout.
half.
I brought up 4th and 6 there, so probably calling a timeout here to try to conserve as much clock, hoping they're going to get the ball back.
You're right on spot on that one, Bentley. No question about it. Boy, it's nice to see that sundown, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Unfortunately, we have not had a train go by, so all we're dealing with is the PA announcer. Boy, he must have that sucker turned up max. I'm telling you what. Anyway, here comes Joshua back over the ball. Lions will have 2 timeouts remaining, as do the Owls.
As it looks like the Joshua Owls are going to go for it here, 4th and 5.
Well, they may be setting up and then may shift into a punt formation.
Could be. Or
just
trying
wait.
to get them offsides.
Yep. Hopefully our kid. No, they're going for it. Payne is going to throw. He throws it up for grabs, and it looked like it was catchable right at the sideline.
Payne's pass incomplete.
Yeah, it was a great throw there by
Intended
Payne.
target on
It was
play,
intended
Malachi
for number
Berry.
4, Malachi Berry, but it just bounced right off Berry's hands.
Yeah, I'm not sure he'd have been
Cover.
in bounds
They
even
cover.
if he caught that one, Bentley. But it was close.
Yeah. Bring up 1st and 10 for the Lions here from their own
Timeout downs to the Lions, first and 10.
43-yard line
From their
here.
43-yard
Well,
line.
that's a bonus for the Lions.
Yeah. Ideally here, they can hopefully take up the majority of this clock, maybe put one in the end zone and go into halftime looking real good.
Of course, this is a preseason game, so we start the district next week over in Midlothian against Heritage. Rodriguez takes a snap. He's looking deep. He overthrows his man, and that is intercepted.
Yeah, it looked like
Rodriguez pass
number 3, Dre Wilson there on the interception. As the tackle for Greenville was made by number 5, Chris Whitus.
Dre Wilson.
Well, that's an unfortunate way to start the series after having a great field position there with 1:40 remaining.
Yeah.
I can understand going for the downs, but
At the 25-yard line.
Joshua's
first down,
defensive
10 to go
secondary was ready for that.
Oh, man, sorry. Yeah, Yeah, so it'll be 1st and 10 here for Joshua from the 25-yard line.
So the defense right back on the field now, and they got to try to control Payne and Salas here. Salas fakes. Payne's got the ball. He breaks one tackle, and he's brought down at about the 31-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like a pickup of 6 there, bringing up 2nd and 4 here for the Joshua Owls.
And what you have to guard against now is the long run, because unless Payne decides to throw the ball, they appear to be satisfied with going to the locker room with just a 6-point lead.
Yeah.
Let's see if Payne does go to the air here. 2nd and we'll call it a long 3 or a short 4. Hands off to Salas, and here comes the long run. Nobody there to stop him, and he's up almost close to midfield.
Yeah, tackle made by Chris Whitus there, number 5, at the 47-yard line.
And Joshua's going to spend a timeout.
Timeout on the field taken by Joshua. This is their 2nd charge timeout of the half.
We'll take a short break with them, Tiffany. Take about 30 seconds from Juice.
Public power is more than just a service in Greenville, Texas. It's a commitment to our community. Juice is the first municipally owned public power utility in Texas, serving Greenville for over 130 years and nationally recognized for providing reliable public power to the citizens of Greenville. Public power means that your utility is community-owned and not for-profit. We pride ourselves in local leadership and accountability. Members of the Juice Board of Trustees are local citizens just like you. At Juice, our mission goes beyond delivering electricity. It's about providing low-cost yet reliable and high-quality electricity, television, and internet services. It's about providing world-class service and giving back to the community we live in. At Juice, public power means local leadership and a shared vision for a brighter, more connected Greenville. Together, we're lighting the way to a better future.
And he may be into the end zone for a Joshua touchdown.
Yeah, and that was a 53-yard touchdown run there by number 10, Cash Kreiner.
How does that happen?
He got around the edge and only had one guy to beat and was able to beat him in a foot race.
Boy, that's a ball buster is what that is.
And not what you want to see with less than a minute left on the clock in the first
we had the ball at virtually at midfield with a first down when they went for it, and we stopped them. And then, the last thing that we wanted to give up, as I mentioned, was the long run, and that's exactly what we gave up. Joshua goes for 2, and it looks like successful. And that's Esteban Salas one more time.
Yeah, it puts the score at Joshua Owls 22, Greenville Lions 8, with a little under a minute left to go here in this first half.
That's just a crushing blow that Mr. Kreiner just laid on the Lions. He really showed some speed, and he tight-roped down that sideline pretty nicely.
Yeah, he did.
So the Joshua Owls with the 2-point conversion go to 22-8 with 47 seconds remaining here in this first half. Just a backbreaker for the Lions. Coach Collins is just really not going to be happy about that. I guess we had so many guys bunching in on the, trying to stop Salas. And here comes Mr. Kreiner, and it's Katie bar the door. So the Lions will have just 47 seconds. They do have 2 timeouts.
It looks like number 31, Ishmael Robles, back to kick for the Owls here.
Dunn and Williams, the deep men.
Kebron Williams and Pierre Dunn deep for the Lions. Here's the approach. It's a pop-over kick. Fair catch called for by Aiden Ray at the 21-yard line.
Aiden Ray calls for and makes a fair catch.
So, again, not the best field position.
Yeah. Give the Lions here. Need to go, call it 21, need to go 79 yards here to try to make something
At the
happen.
25-yard line, first down, 10 to go, Lions.
Well, they've got the big strike offense, which they tried, but Rodriguez's pass was
overthrown and right into the hands of, I think that was Alex Rubalcaba that made that interception. All right, Lions 1st and 10 at their own 25. Armstrong teeters in motion. The pass is complete to Dunn. Breaks a tackle. He's at the 30. Breaks another tackle. He's pushed out of bounds.
Rodriguez's pass is
40-yard line.
Got all the way up to about the 40-yard line before being pushed out of bounds. So pick up a 15 here and a fresh set of downs for the Lions.
40-yard line, that's good for Greenville Lions. First down.
Of course, that stops the clock with 35 seconds remaining. So Pierre Dunn's pretty shifty.
Yeah.
Nice job by the senior receiver. Phoenix Rodriguez with 2 receivers split to either side. Looks like a blitz situation coming. Pressure on Rodriguez. He avoids it. He's running to his right. He finds Whitus. Great catch by Whitus under pressure.
Pass complete to Chris
Yeah,
Whitus.
first down there is
Tackle on the play by Max Matta.
The clock stops with the first
Across
down.
midfield to the 46-yard line. That's another Greenville Lion. First down.
1st and 10 from the 46.
Lions making some noise here. And there's a pass, but there's a stoppage before. It looks like a procedure penalty going to go against the Lions. 18 ticks remaining here in the first half. Lions trying to add to the 8 points that they currently have on the board. They trail 22-8.
Yes, that'll back them up 5 yards there. As it'll now be
The penalty against Greenville.
first and 15.
Yeah, 1st and 15. The 5 yards is probably not that big a deal. But the Lions look like they're going to take a timeout. Talk about it. That'll leave them with 1. Rodriguez is a little bit more accurate on this series.
Their second
Bentley.
charge timeout of the half.
Maybe he's settling in.
Yeah, so they'll probably look to go pretty deep here as they got 23 seconds to go, 51 yards. So got to get something ways down the field. They do still have 1 timeout remaining, so that's helpful.
Yeah, I guess the referees adjusted the clock for us, huh?
Yeah.
All right, that's a good thing. 5 more seconds. You can do a lot with 5 seconds.
Yes, you can.
Especially when you got a guy that can run like Chris Whitus, who, by the way, took a pretty big hit. I'm not sure he's back in the game right now. It looks like...
yeah, looks like they...
Yeah, Bailey. Yeah, Javian Bailey is split wide right where Whitus would normally be. Of course, Whitus has been spending a lot of time on defense, too.
Yeah, he has. If Whitus goes down, that won't be great for the Lions at all.
Sure won't. He is a quality football player, great receiver. All right, so 1st and 15 for Rodriguez and his troops. Takes a snap, fakes a handoff, has protection. Once again, he throws it up for grabs, and it's intercepted. And I just hope he doesn't go all the way.
Yeah, it was intercepted there by number 17, Trey Pennell.
By number 17, Trey Pennell.
Brought down at the 40-yard line of the Lions after about a almost a 30-yard return.
I think the key for the Lions here is I'm sure Joshua's going to try to run the ball, is just try to keep it from being a big one.
Yep. 15 seconds remaining now.
The
So
return out to the 42-yard line. Joshua, first down, 10
I
to
didn't
go.
think Rodriguez was under that much pressure, but he got rid of that one maybe before he needed to, and he just threw it directly to the defender. Braden Payne is back. He's throwing deep. He's got a man, and there might be interference there, so this is going to set Joshua up.
Try to call pass interference there on number 1, Bravion Colbert.
Fortunately, in high school football, it's not a spot foul. It's a 15-yard penalty. So the Owls still have some ground to cover. They only burned 5 seconds off the clock. That's the 5 seconds that we wish they hadn't added back to the clock.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, man. All right, so the referees now are going to go back to the original spot and mark off the penalty. Ball now is going to be spotted at the Greenville 20.
7-yard line.
Thank you, Bentley.
Looks like there's a timeout on the field by Greenville.
Final timeout of the half.
Well, the Lions spend a timeout on defense to catch their breath. And let's try to prevent any additional damage here from the Owls. This game could very well have been a 14-6 score at the half, or maybe even 14-9 or 14-13. You know, it's just a couple of errant throws by the young quarterback from Greenville.
Yeah, and that's something I think we'll probably see they talk about at halftime, and hopefully make an adjustment in the second half.
That's not something. It's not something that we've seen him do.
No, it isn't.
It seems so uncharacteristic. Anyway, we're back. First down for Joshua. Man in motion. It's a double reverse. It's going to be a pass. Pass is downfield.
And they're going to call it no catch, it looks like, as it looks like the ball skipped off the ground there.
Incomplete.
Joshua fans thought it was a touchdown. The Greenville defender was right there, but he was behind the receiver when the ball bounced off the ground. That looked like Aiden Ray on the defense.
Yeah, it's a great play by Joshua there, but luckily ball bounced on the ground before they were able to catch it.
And Ray, to his credit, stayed at home. The double reverse didn't, or the reverse it was actually, didn't fool him. So Joshua's going to burn a timeout now. Only two seconds remain, and they're making the most out of every second here at the end of the first half.
Yeah, you know, typically you would see a team probably line up to throw it here with only 2 seconds left, and that might be what Joshua does, but with the way their run game is with Solace back there, I wouldn't be surprised if they decided to run it too.
Well, they've certainly loosened up the Greenville defense as they're back to a 3-man line.
The winning game on the offense. The 5-yard walk-off to the 32.
5-yard delay penalty against Joshua after the timeout. Didn't get back and get set quick enough. So Braden Payne under center once again, man in motion. Now another penalty. This might be a pre-snap call against the Owls.
We'll see here.
Coach Collins is talking to the officials. So maybe it's not a penalty. I do not see a flag. Do you, Bentley?
I do not either.
Okay, we'll call it just a stoppage. Still got the 2 seconds, so you know, that's all you need. All you need is a snap, and you can, whatever happens, happens. And you know, we saw a long run a few minutes ago, and Joshua put 8 more points on the board to make it 22-8.
See number 23, Bentley Beltran, come on the field for the Joshua Owls.
That pass a while ago was from Malachi Burry. Here comes a run, and he's still loose. And fortunately, the Lions bounce him out of bounds to end the half.
Bentley Beltran on the carry.
Yeah, so that'll bring us to halftime here at the final with the score, Joshua 22, Greenville 8.
That was a sophomore running back that time, so they're giving Salas a break. He may be done for the night if they continue to pile up the points. Yeah. All right, so we're at halftime. The Lion Band, as the flashes are lining up in the south end zone right now. And let's see if the band is going to perform right now. And if they are, then probably we'll get to see one band or the other. But
I believe it's going to be Joshua. We are technically the home team, and I believe visitors go first.
Yep, I think you're right. The locker rooms are to the there's a locker room either end of the stadium, and the Lions locker room is on the north end of the field, and the Joshua Owls either have a locker room or they're just going to set up in the end zone. I'm not sure, but we're going to take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back to talk more about what occurred here in the first half from R.L. Anderson Stadium in Mansfield.
Ever wondered why your GUS bill seems to fluctuate unpredictably? Are you left scratching your head, pondering?
Why are these bills so high? Are they really reading these meters, or are we just guessing?
Why the highs and lows, especially when Texas weather goes from scorching to chilly? Well, here's the deal. Texas weather swings like a pendulum, impacting your energy costs. Picture this, your thermostat at 75 degrees in May, when it's hitting an average of 88 degrees. And in June, soaring to 93 degrees. That thermostat works overtime, gobbling up power. But tweaking it just 4 degrees can make a real dent in your bill. Winter months? Adjusting it down 4 degrees saves you a bundle. And going further by 4 degrees when you're out? Even more savings. In summer, employing strategies like running fans, shutting blinds, and sealing windows can offer extra help. Meanwhile, during winter, bundling up with an extra layer can boost your comfort without cranking up the heat. Tonight, as you root for your team, snuggle under a blanket, flick on a fan, or just the thermostat for savings. Juice reads those meters every month. Using advanced tech for accurate billing, your trust matters. Juice, your community-owned utility provider. Need details? Visit geus.org or call us at 903-457-2800.
When Juice first brought high-speed internet to Greenville, the world looked like this. Today, more than 20 years later, the world looks like this. Some things change over time, and some things stay the same. Fast speed, reliability, and hometown customer service. Juice, delivering high-speed internet to our hometown for more than 20 years.
Public power is more than just a service in Greenville, Texas. It's a commitment to our community. Juice is the first municipally owned public power utility in Texas, serving Greenville for over 130 years and nationally recognized for providing reliable public power to the citizens of Greenville. Public power means that your utility is community-owned and not for-profit. We pride ourselves in local leadership and accountability. Members of the Juice Board of Trustees are local citizens just like you. At Juice, our mission goes beyond delivering electricity. It's about providing low-cost, yet reliable and high-quality electricity, television, and internet services. It's about providing world-class service and giving back to the community we live in. At Juice, public power means local leadership and a shared vision for a brighter, more connected Greenville. Together, we're lighting the way to a better future.
Introducing GEUS Residential Internet, the gateway to your connected world. Experience lightning-fast speeds for seamless streaming, gaming, and video calls. Our expert technicians ensure a hassle-free setup so you can stay online without interruptions. Connect all your devices simultaneously, whether it's for work or play, thanks to our reliable service. Find us on the web at geus.org or call us today to get started at 903-457-2800.
Juice trims trees all year long because we want first-rate electric reliability. And you know what that makes? Mulch. Lots of mulch. Mountains of mulch. And if you know someone who needs mulch, just come to 502 Wesley Street to pick it up. You'll have to load it yourself, but you can take as much as you want for free. Because it's just one more way Juice is delivering hometown service and world-class reliability. At Juice, we're proud of our competitive electric rates. And if you want to save even more, think about changing your thermostat by 4 degrees on some of the hottest or coldest days of the year. We call it 4 degrees of savings, and it's one way you can save money so you can have more nights out, more ice cream cones, and more fun with your family. Juice, hometown service, world-class reliability. When Juice first brought electricity to Greenville, the world looked like this. Today, more than 130 years later, the world looks like this. Some things change over time, and some things stay the same. competitive rates, reliable electricity, and hometown customer service. Juice, delivering reliable electric service to our hometown for more than 130 years.
Public power means that your utility is community-owned and not for profit. It is a commitment to our community. We pride ourselves in local leadership and accountability. At Juice, our mission goes beyond delivering electricity. It's about providing low-cost yet reliable and high-quality electricity, television and internet services, and giving back to the community we live in. At Juice, public power means local leadership and a shared vision for a brighter, more connected Greenville. Together, we're lighting the way to a better future.
Joshua Band performs. So while they're performing, I've got the Harold Manor, Greenville Harold Manor Sports Editor David Claiborne here to fill us in with the statistics from this 22-8 first half.
Now, here's some of the main thing is Joshua's running that ball control offense. I notice they're very deliberate. There's no hurry up to their offense. They take their time running play. They run 36 plays. Greenville Lions have run 18 plays.
Okay, wow.
Time of possession is 14:50 for the Owls, and let's see, 16:50. I misfigured. 16:50 for the Owls, 7:10 for the Lions. Wow. They had to run twice as many plays and had twice as much time of possession. So their offense kind of drains the clock.
Oh, for sure.
Kind of reminds me of Quinlan Ford. Quinlan Ford's good at running off a whole quarter.
Yeah, they sure. They're usually putting up 400 yards every time.
Yeah, they're over 400 yards rushing the game. Just like last year, I believe, in that 42-10 win, didn't complete a pass. They ain't completed a pass yet this game either. 0 for 3. They tried to, reverse pass. They tried a couple different things. But here's the big story: 258 yards rushing for the Owls, and 24 for the Lions. That's a big discrepancy. Let's see. And running back from last year,
Salas,
Esteban Salas.
Yeah.
He had 75 yards rushing last year, something like that, on 10 carries. He's got 158 yards on 19 carries. He's had a couple big runs. He runs hard. They had that one Cash Kreiner. He's got that 53-yard touchdown run.
One carry, right?
One carry. But that's, it's mainly two guys running the ball. The quarterback, the Lions have contained him pretty well. Let's see, Braden Payne, he's got 14 yards on 8 carries. When they put in the backup Taji Matthew, he's got 13 yards on 3 carries.
Okay, so Salas has done all the damage.
Phoenix for the Lions, and of course he's 5 of 11 for 94 yards. He spread it out, 5 different receivers that caught the ball. Zayden Armstrong Peters, 1 catch for 15. Damian Bankston made that nice catch where he tipped it and then caught it for 15 yards. And Bravion Colbert, he had a big pass reception last week. He's got another one, 45-yarder. And Pierre Dunn, 1 catch for 15. Chris White has made a tough catch under pressure, 1 for 14. So the Lions, 94 yards passing, but just 24 yards rushing.
Yeah, and those 2 interceptions were just huge.
2 interceptions that they hurt a lot. When you're not running the ball, you got
to take care of it.
Take care of the football. But it's been an interesting game. Joshua, we see hurry up offenses all the time. They're not hurry up.
No.
They stand there and the head coach signals play, but he takes his time. And he doesn't signal until about 14 on the play clock.
Yeah.
And then they line up, and to me, it's by design. They trying to maintain time of possession. Like I said, Quinlan Ford's been good at that through the years.
Sure.
If you got the ball, the other team can't score unless you make a turnover.
That's exactly right.
And the other team doesn't have as many scoring opportunities. So against this team, if you can't stop them on the run, you won't see the ball very often.
Yeah, you're in trouble. Yep, for sure. Yeah, that time of possession difference.
And first downs is 15-5. So
Wow.
time of possession, total yards 250 to 118.
Wow.
But the main thing was the 1650 to 710 on time of possession.
Yeah.
You know, Lions a couple times only had it 3 plays and punted, 1 play, turnover. You know, some of those drives that the Owls had were, well, they had a 10-play drive, they had a 9-play drive. That, you know, and they eat up the clock because they don't have any incompleted passes other than a couple.
David, what is your feeling about the fact that we've got so many players going both ways?
Well, back in the day when Plano Wildcats were in the same district with Greenville and they had only one high school, they had a bunch of guys going both ways. And they, of all schools, you would think Plano had depth. There's a lot of coaches, they want the best 11 players on the field, even if some of them have to go both ways.
Yeah.
I see that. You know, Gregory Portland, where I was from high school, they 2 platoon. Guys didn't go both ways.
Right.
But that's a rarity. It was a rarity then, it's a rarity now.
Yeah.
You just don't see high schools that 2 platoon that much. They're trying to put the best people on the field. Some of the smaller schools, some of those guys never come off the field.
Yeah, yeah.
They're involved in the kick return too.
Well, folks, we're about ready to see the Greenville Lions band. So, David, thank you very much for your time. Good luck with the second half. Maybe we'll see a little bit of difference as the Lions will receive the second half kickoff.
It would help if they could get that running game going.
There you go. All right, once again, folks, we'll take a break and be back, and we'll show you the band performance.
Public power means that your utility is community-owned and not for profit. It is a commitment to our community. We pride ourselves in local leadership and accountability. At Juice, our mission goes beyond delivering electricity. It's about providing low-cost yet reliable and high-quality electricity, television and internet services, and giving back to the community we live in. At Juice, public power means local leadership and a shared vision for a brighter, more connected Greenville. Together, we're lighting the way to a better future.
Juice is proud to be the first municipally owned electric utility in Texas, dating all the way back to 1891. And we're proud to be the first city-owned cable and internet provider in Texas, too. But that's the past. What matters today is where we're going. Today's Juice is providing electricity and high-speed internet to a changing, growing, dynamic community. The future of Greenville and Hunt County matters to us because we live here too. We're your friends and neighbors, the folks you see at the grocery store and at church, who just happen to work for a public power and internet provider. And we're proud of it. We take care of the people who walk in the door because they're not strangers, or shareholders, or customers. They're our owners. Juice is owned and governed by the citizens we serve. We're overseen by a completely local board, made up of regular citizens who make decisions that benefit our community first and foremost, not necessarily distant investors or Wall Street. And our mission isn't just a feel-good idea about serving our neighbors. We also aim to be world-class at everything we do. That's why we've been nationally recognized for how reliable our electric service is, and it's why we're known for excellent customer service and competitive rates. We believe in being locally run and in being the best. Juice, hometown service, world-class reliability.
I own an electric.
Their traditional high-kick, Hey Look Me Over. They will now entertain you with their sparking pump routine to Everybody Talks. The Flashes would like to dedicate this routine to our staff member of the week, Ms. Hazlitt. Now performing is Greenville High School's award-winning Lion Pride Band. The Lion Pride Band is in its 94th year and is under the direction of Head Director Dr. Matt Omby and Assistant Director Luke Daly and Percussion Director John Grant. Color guard instruction by A.J. Pont. Drum majors are Mariana Ochoa, Caitlin Teague, and Jude Walker. The Lion Pride Band is proudly sponsored by Alliance Bank, the Greenville Municipal Auditorium, in loving memory of Carla Conover, the Rafa Clinic, UAW Local Law 967 Greenville, Texas, 380 Steel and Pipe Supply Inc., Blackbird Pro Audio, Corner Store Insurance, Farmers Electric Cooperative, Garcia Automotive, Juice, Lone Star Credit Union, Mandy Stewart, All City Real Estate, The Medicine Shop, State Farm Insurance, and Chick-fil-A. Our section of the week is the clarinets. Featuring the music of Robert W. Smith, Enya, and Michael Doherty, please enjoy this year's Lion Pride Band marching production, SOS.
Power means that your utility is community-owned and not for profit. It is a commitment to our community. We pride ourselves in local leadership and accountability. At Juice, our mission goes beyond delivering electricity. It's about providing low-cost yet reliable and high-quality electricity, television and internet services, and giving back to the community we live in. At Juice, public power means local leadership and a shared vision for a brighter, more connected Greenville. Together, we're lighting the way to a better future.
Public power is more than just a service in Greenville, Texas. It's a commitment to our community. Juice is the first municipally owned public power utility in Texas, serving Greenville for over 130 years and nationally recognized for providing reliable public power to the citizens of Greenville. Public power means that your utility is community-owned and not for-profit. We pride ourselves in local leadership and accountability. Members of the Juice Board of Trustees are local citizens just like you. At Juice, our mission goes beyond delivering electricity. It's about providing low-cost yet reliable and high-quality electricity, television, and internet services. It's about providing world-class service and giving back to the community we live in. At Juice, public power means local leadership and a shared vision for a brighter, more connected Greenville. Together, we're lighting the way to a better future.
Bob Muty and Bentley Love back here at R.L. Anderson Stadium in Mansfield, Texas, for a neutral site game between the Joshua Owls and the Greenville Lions. Currently, the Owls lead the Lions 22-8 as we're about ready to start the second half. We got a minute and 45 to chat here, Bentley. The Owls are standing at the end zone, end line, and getting their work in on little sprints. Lions have yet to come out through their run-through, so Collins has given them a little bit extra time. Probably got a lot to say after the way that second half or that first half ended.
Yeah, he does. I'm sure he does. The Lions were right there in striking distance at the end, and unfortunately, the two picks were kind of costly. One resulted in a touchdown, and then one didn't result in a score, but it resulted in an opportunity, or took away an opportunity for the Lions to score.
Yeah, I got to thinking about that second interception. I wonder if the receiver and the quarterback weren't on the same page.
I think that's definitely a real possibility for that. So I think we'll see in this second half, after they've kind of calmed down a little bit, I think we'll see Phoenix be much more accurate, hopefully, here in the second half.
Well, he's got a lot of potential in my mind. He's just a sophomore, and he missed virtually the entire season last year when he injured his shoulder.
Yeah, I think, like you said, he's got a ton of potential, and I think we're going to see that potential start turning into really good play. Hopefully, the further we get into the season, some of the people we play, and then definitely next season as well. So I'm excited to see what adjustments they make and how they're looking here in the second half.
Well, the Lions are back on the field, and we've got a run through. I didn't notice the helmet down there, the big helmet with the blue helmet with a big white face mask. And the Owls come out of there, and the Lions are queuing up behind their run through with the big Texas state flag, if you will, at the end of the run through. That's a pretty nice setup right there.
Yes, it is. I believe it's a new tunnel this year behind the run through.
And here are the
They're led by the junior ROTC cadets carrying the big GHS flags.
Yeah, and in case y'all didn't know, the ROTC, they run those flags through the end zone or down the field, depending on where we're at, after every line touchdown, and then they do push-ups on the sidelines on a big board, depending on how many points the Lions have. So they'll do 8 push-ups, and then the Lions score again, they'll do either 15 or 16, depending on if they go for 1 or go for 2.
Yeah, whatever the number is, right? When you were in school at Greenville High School, did you know some of the guys that were in the ROTC program?
Yeah, I knew a few of them. I was really active in the ag mechanics shop, and that was right across the hall from the ROTC room. So I'd see them in the halls, talk to them quite a bit, and good guys running the program, and a lot of good people in the program.
Okay, as we said earlier, the Lions are going to receive the second half kickoff. And I think Robles is going to handle the kicking chores once again for Joshua, and we're looking for another pop-over kick that's going to come down somewhere around the 25-yard line. And I'd kind of like to see somebody, rather than calling a fair catch, let's see if we can move it upfield a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. You never know. Maybe get you some good blocks and find you a hole and turn it into something good.
Certainly don't want to let the ball hit the ground.
No, not at all.
That just allows the coverage that much more of an opportunity to get down and possibly even recover it.
Yeah.
So Colbert and Dunn are deep for the Lions. Aiden Ray on the near side, standing at the 30-yard line. And we're about to get underway. 22-8, the Lions trail. Fixing to start on offense. Here's the approach. It's a little deeper kick this time. It's taken at the 15-yard line by DeKebrian Williams, and he's knocked down at the 20.
Yeah, so a pickup of about 5 there. As the Lions will look to get something going here. Temperature at the start of the game was 90 degrees. It's cooled off a little bit, not a whole lot, but our temperature here to get us started in the second half is looking like a warm 86. Feels like 89.
Is there a pretty good breeze still blowing? I noticed you were outside.
Maybe a little bit, but for the most part, it's pretty still out there.
Okay. You talk about a team with an unusual offense. I think Joshua has a ball-controlled offense in spades. But here come the Lions. DeKebrian Williams in motion. There's a handoff to the running back. See if it's Armstrong Teeters or it looks like Armstrong Teeters.
Yeah, it looks like it was Teeters.
Pretty good pickup that time for the Lion rushing game. They've been struggling.
Yeah, they're calling a pickup of 2. Bring up 2nd and 8 here for the Lions.
Second down, 8 to go.
Those guys up front, led by Levi Davenport, really have to assert themselves now and see if we can get some holes open, kind of like we got against Frisco Heritage on that long run by Jamorian Hamilton. Chris White is back in the game. He takes a little flip. That's considered a pass, and he advances it. This may be 5 yards or so.
Yeah, pick up a 4 or 5 here. We'll see what the official call is.
I like the call. Something different. Yeah. Get the ball into a playmaker's hands. It's good to see that Whitus was not, shaken up on that one hit that he took.
Yeah.
All right, third down, we'll call it 5 yards for the Lions. Ball spotted just outside the 25-yard line. Rodriguez dropped back under some pressure. He's loose now. He's going straight up the field in a scramble, and he slides down after he gets a first down.
Yeah, so pick up a first down there, get out all the way about to look like the 39, 38-yard line.
Phoenix has some wheels. I mean, that touchdown that he scored in the first half, he showed me something with his running ability.
Yeah, he did.
He's not a big guy, but he can motor. All right, 1st and 10 for the Lions. Their 6th first down of the night. He looks to his right, and Armstrong Teeters can't hang on. I think he looked downfield before the ball got there.
Yeah, I think he did. Unfortunately, that is a little bit of a case there of got to catch the ball before you run with the ball.
It's a common mistake on receivers. And in this case, it was a running back who was the primary choice.
Yeah.
So 2nd and 10 for the Lions. Snap from Davenport is upcoming. Showing blitz or the Owls. Hand off this time to Armstrong Teeters. He breaks a tackle. He's up the midfield, still going, breaks another tackle. Finally brought down at the 48-yard line of Joshua.
Yeah, so a pickup there of about 15 or so on the play. Great play by Teeters. It was a little bit of a rough snap. Phoenix bobbled it for a second, but was able to get it off to Armstrong Teeters and turn it into a great play.
Yeah, it's a good thing they called that against that blitz. Worked out pretty well, but you got to give Armstrong Teeters credit. He broke several tackles on that run.
Yeah.
First down, Lions. Ball spotted at the 47-yard line, we'll call it, of Joshua. 7th first down. Here's a short pass. It's behind Armstrong Teeters. He's not able to make a one-handed catch.
Yeah, a little pressure on Phoenix and not the most accurate throw, and a little bit before Teeters was expecting it, so that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Lions.
I like the idea of trying to get the ball to the backs.
I do too.
It doesn't require that much protection, and so we got 3 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. That's Colbert. Handoff this time to Teeters. This time he's grabbed for a loss.
Yeah, it looks like they're probably going to call it a loss of 2.
And tried the left side that time behind Sixtos and Brighton Young. Actually, Maldonado's in there right now playing the left guard spot in place of Young. They just didn't get the job done that time. And Joshua's confused defensively, so they have to call a timeout.
Yeah, if you're Joshua, you hate to burn a timeout that quick in the second half here.
Well, David Claver and I were talking so much about how they control the game. I mean, the time of possession was just incredibly unbalanced in favor of Joshua. They ran 36 plays and used 16 minutes and 50 seconds of 15 first downs. The Lions had 18 plays, 7:10 on the clock, and only 5 first downs. So these 2 first downs that the Lions have gotten early here in the second half, maybe showing some signs of life.
Yeah, that's big because that's what they need, and that's something else to go back to with the defense being on the field for 16 minutes and 50 seconds. It's a long time to be on the field.
Yeah, it is on a hot night especially. But,
yeah.
Lions facing 3rd and long here. It looks like it's about 12 yards to go after that loss on that run by Armstrong Teeters. Once again, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
3rd down, 12 to go from the 49-yard line.
Ball spotted just inside Joshua territory. Rodriguez takes a snap, gets pretty good protection this time. Now he's running to his right. He's got some room. He's down to the 40. He's brought down very close to the first down yardage, and I think he's going to move the chains.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to go ahead and give it to him.
All of a sudden,
he got right to it.
Yeah, all of a sudden, Rodriguez is showing something with his legs. That's 2 scrambles for first downs, and of course we saw the touchdown run early in the first half, or late in the first half. All right, first down Lions are now up to 8, so they're making some progress. Whitus in motion, crosses in front of Rodriguez, sets on the right side. Here's a reverse and a pass. Wide open, and it's caught down at the 12-yard line and pushing his way toward the goal line. That's probably Whitus. Is that Whitus?
That's Brand, number 12, Ethan Brand.
Ethan Brand.
That's a great thing for Ethan. That's his first reception, maybe of his career.
Maybe. Yeah, well, we saw, too, he got banged up last week, and so then they didn't play the second half, so we never saw him in the game again, but it's good to see him make a big play like that.
Gotta love the play call with the reverse and then the pitch back to Rodriguez, and he finds Brand. Ball was a little bit underthrown, but it was complete, and Brand used to be a quarterback. Now he's playing H-back, and he gets to catch a pass.
Yeah, so 34-yard pass there.
First down inside the 5-yard line for the Lions. Whitus in motion. And, oh, man, that was just Armstrong Teeters just got buried.
Yeah, I read that one pretty well.
Yeah, that was about a 3-yard loss there.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal here from the 6.
I think Teeters got the ball about the same time that the defender got the Teeters, Armstrong Teeters.
Yeah.
Almost going to have to go to the air now that it's, down at about the 6-yard line. So 2nd and goal from there. But just clearly the running game is struggling.
Yeah, it is.
We got 7:52 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. The Lions trail 22-8. Rodriguez directing traffic. H-back moves to the left, and now it looks like maybe we got to delay a game penalty.
I think you might be right.
Coach Collins is bringing the players over to the sideline. Without a play clock, as we said earlier, it's got to be a little tough on the quarterbacks.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, I'm sure they use that quite a bit when they're on the field there, and to not have it at all, it's a big adjustment.
Okay, the Lions did not call a timeout, so I assume the play clock is running. And now they have called a timeout. So Coach Collins a bit frustrated. Doesn't want to give up another 5 yards for sure.
Yeah, both teams burning timeouts here kind of early in the second half.
Probably not going to affect Joshua as much as it might affect the possible comeback bid by the Lions.
Yeah.
Significant changes up front for the Lions with the replacement at left guard of Maldonado, but not much success still with the running game. So hopefully these guys will be able to pass protect, and Rodriguez will be able to find a receiver and get into the end zone.
Yeah, looking, they need 6 yards here, so try to get something going.
Well, the ball is now spotted at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, because that delay game penalty.
After the 5-yard penalty. So a little more room to operate, actually.
Yeah. For
the wide receivers. Only one wide receiver on either side. And there goes the culprit in motion. So 2 on the right side. Phoenix looks that way, finds his running back. That's Armstrong Teeters. And he is upended right at the 5-yard line after a 6-yard pickup.
Yeah, so that'll bring up 3rd and goal here from the 5. So a little bit better than where they were before the penalty.
With the status of the Greenville kicking game, I don't see them going for a field goal.
Yeah, probably not.
They're either going to get a touchdown or they're going to turn the ball over on downs. That's my guess.
Yeah.
It would be a short field goal for Figueroa or Jeremiah Brown. All right, 3rd down, 5 yards to go to get to the goal line. Rodriguez rolls right, under pressure, he's in trouble, and he's going to be thrown for a big loss. They're running back further, but they'll spot him back probably at about the 12-yard line where he was first grabbed.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna spot him all the way back at the 15, 14.
And he is going to try a field goal.
So we'll see.
So much for my opinions, Bentley.
We'll see if Figueroa is able to put one between the uprights here.
Well, the ball's going to be spotted by Brand at the 21, so this is a 31-yard field goal. And, let's see if he's got the leg for it. Got to get a good snap from Aguilera, and there's a motion penalty by Damian Bankston. That's going to set him back 5 more yards. That just makes it much harder.
Yeah, make it a 36-yard field goal now.
And that may be out of his range.
Might be.
But as a coach, what are you going to do? I mean, the chances of trying to get a touchdown from the 26-yard line. All right, so we'll try it again. Brand spots at the 26, gets a good spot and a good hold. Kick is up, and it's going to be short. So the kick attempt, the field goal attempt, first one of the year, is a little bit short. I don't know whether or not that 5 yards made the difference, but it might have.
I think it might have. Yeah, it would have been close, but I think it would have gotten over from the initial placement there. So that'll bring up 1st and 10 here for the Owls from their own 19-yard line.
So the Lions burned a good part of this 3rd quarter. We're down to 5 minutes and 49 seconds before they turn the ball over to the Joshua Owls. Unfortunately, they come up empty as far as the scoreboard's concerned.
Yeah.
Joshua football, 1st down, 10 to go at their own 20-yard line.
Now let's see if the defense can find some way to stop this ball control offense of Joshua. Salas gets the handoff, and he gets about 8 yards.
Taji Matthews, the ball carrier.
Actually, that was his replacement, Taj Matthew.
It looked like a tackle was made there by number 5, Chris Whitus. So that's a good thing to see him back out there.
At the 28-yard line, 2nd down, 2 to go.
Doing double duty.
Yeah.
All right, 2nd and 2 for Joshua. They really can run the football.
Yeah, they can.
My goodness.
They got several good running backs out there.
Yeah, Salas had over 150 yards in that first half. That's double what he had against Greenville last year. Man in motion, gets the pitch, coming to the right. That might be Kreiner again. Actually, it's number 8, Lucas Lyles, and he's brought down.
Tackle's made by number 21, Javion Bailey.
That's a good defense. That was a good tackle.
Yeah, yeah, it was.
So it's 3rd and 2. Virtually no gain on that play. See if the Lions can some way force a turnover on downs. This would be good medicine for this defense.
Be huge. I believe for something like that, they're going to have to get a big tackle in the backfield here.
Takes a snap, gives to the fullback. That's Matthew again, and he's goes off right tackle, and he's got 5 yards before he even encounters a red jersey.
Yeah, I'll bring up a fresh set of downs here for Joshua.
They have a stable of running backs too.
They do.
They seem to be going to their slot backs a little bit more. Although Matthew, of course, he picked up good yardage on his carry. They use a lot of the clock, the play clock. They are not in a hurry by any stretch of the imagination. That was pointed out by David Claiborne. Very tight formation. And off to the fullback. He's loose, and he trips and falls in the arms of Aiden Ray. Very close to first down yardage.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to call him down about a yard short, so it'll bring up 2nd and 1 here for the Owls.
I don't think Joshua loses much with Matthew in the game behind Salas.
No, they really don't.
He's got some pretty good speed.
Both are great runners, and even the run we saw at the end of the half last half by Beltran was pretty good.
Yeah. Interesting to watch the gyrations from the play caller down here on the Joshua sideline. Got a new fullback in there now. And he goes the wrong way, and Braden Payne gets hammered. Oh, boy. Cameron Clayton came up from his safety spot and really laid a hit on the quarterback.
A big tackle there for a loss of about 4, it looks like. It'll bring up 3rd.
Call it 11?
No.
No.
No, they're
2.
calling it a loss of 1. Bring up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
Like they got him a little bit further back than that.
Yep. The fullback in there that went the wrong direction, I'm sure he's going to hear it from Coach DeArmond. Salas back in the game now. See if we can control him. He gets the handoff, and sure enough, he's able to get the conversion.
Yeah, take him right out to about the Greenville 49 or so.
So the Owls move into Greenville territory.
We're going to call it right at the 50.
Bringing him down on the play, number 33.
I bet these guys really enjoy running behind this offensive line.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy, Bob. Something to point out here. The Owls have moved the ball about 30 yards and have burned almost 3.5 minutes off the clock.
Yep. Braden Payne under center. Gives to and this time the Lion defense is there.
Yeah, stop made by Makai McEwen. So they're going to call it, looks like no gain. Bring up 2nd and 10 here for the Owls.
That hasn't happened on too many plays tonight. Great play by McEwen. See if we can get a little bit more of that from the defensive standouts for the Greenville Lions on that defensive line. LeGarren Savage playing middle guard has had some nice plays tonight. But again, he's been on the field a lot. Man in motion. Give to Salas. And the Lions gang tackling this time after a shorter gain. So things are looking up.
Yeah, it looks like a pickup of maybe 5 there. We'll call it a pickup of 4. Bring up 3rd and 6 here.
46-yard line.
So 3rd, and we'll call it 6. Lion defense trying to stiffen here. They did at the near the end of the first half, and Joshua went for it and missed on the long pass. This time, Payne keeps it. This time, Aiden Ray's got the hold of the slot back, throws him down for a short gain.
Yeah, it looked like a pickup of maybe 3. Bring up 4th and 3.
The gain to the 43-yard line now.
And it looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field and go for it.
Yeah, they don't hesitate with taking the chance and giving their offensive line an opportunity to get another conversion.
Yeah, I have a feeling they're going to let the clock run real low here. There's only 20 seconds left in the third.
4th and 3, hand off to Salas. This time the Lions had him, but did he force his way to a first down?
Going to be real close.
Let's see where they spot the ball.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go ahead and spot it pass.
Boy, that's awful close, and they're going to give it to him.
Bring up 1st and 10 for the Joshua Owls from the 40 here with 12 seconds left on the clock.
Well, they say it's a game of inches, and that's those inches went in favor of Joshua on that play. And that's going to do it for the third quarter here at R.L. Anderson in Mansfield. The score remains Joshua 22, Greenville 8. We'll take a break for these messages from Juice.
Public power is more than just a service in Greenville, Texas. It's a commitment to our community. Juice is the first municipally owned public power utility in Texas, serving Greenville for over 130 years and nationally recognized for providing reliable public power to the citizens of Greenville. Public power means that your utility is community-owned and not for-profit. We pride ourselves in local leadership and accountability. Members of the Juice Board of Trustees are local citizens just like you. At Juice, our mission goes beyond delivering electricity. It's about providing low-cost, yet reliable and high-quality electricity, television, and internet services. It's about providing world-class service and giving back to the community we live in. At Juice, public power means local leadership and a shared vision for a brighter, more connected Greenville. Together, we're lighting the way to a better future.
Bentley Love back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Joshua with a first down at the Greenville 40-yard line. Inside handoff to Case Kreiner, and he's loose again on the far side. And he does not get to the end zone this time, but he picks up about 35 yards.
Yeah, forced out of bounds there by number 5, Chris Whitus. Looked like to be forced out right at about the 3. They're going to call it the 5.
Is that the same play they ran in the first half?
I believe it is.
It's kind of an inside handoff. The slot back goes in motion, and then he cuts back over the guard. And, geez, there was nothing but green paint, I guess. You can't call it green grass.
Yeah. Worked well for him in the first half and worked well for him here too.
And so Mr. Kreiner's getting pretty close to the 100-yard mark, I would think, rushing the ball.
Yeah, right around there, maybe even a hair more.
Matthew back in at fullback, Kreiner in motion. Matthew gets the handoff. He pushes his way toward the end zone. And it is a touchdown.
Makes the score Joshua 28, Greenville 8, as they're going to bring on the PAT team here.
Kind of interesting that Joshua went for 2 after Greenville had gotten the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, probably just trying to keep pace, make sure that they, whatever Greenville gets, they respond with exactly that.
Well, it certainly worked because Salas scored the 2-point conversion very easily. This time it's going to be a placement. Good snap. Nice job by the holder. Got the snap was behind him, but he got it down. The kick is up and good. Joshua 29, Greenville 8.
Whitus got back there pretty quick and nearly got a hand on it, but was just a hair short.
Well, Greenville won a football game last year because of a blocked field goal. I think Aiden, trying to remember the guy who did it. That got Greenville their own victory last year against, with Corsicana.
Yeah, it did. Greenville getting ready to receive the kick here again, with 11:44 left in this fourth quarter.
I understand there are some NFL ties on the coaching staffs.
Yeah, I was told Baron Wortham, the special teams / linebackers coach for the Joshua Owls, played for a couple NFL teams, including the Oilers, and played in the Super Bowl.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then Fred Biletnikoff Jr. is the son of a former NFL player for the Raiders.
A heck of a wide receiver, all-pro many times. And, of course, there's now a collegiate award, I believe, for the best wide receiver in the country, if I'm not mistaken. And it's called the Fred Biletnikoff Award.
Yeah.
And he was special, no question about it. All right, here's the kickoff from Robles. Once again, the same defensive setup or receiving setup for the Lions. Kickoff's coming over toward Ray, and Ray calls for a fair catch at the 27-yard line. That's where the Lions will set up shop.
We'll get our second look here of this half at the Greenville Lions offense. And Bob, if Greenville's going to want to try and get back in this game, they're going to have to try to score pretty quick here and try to stop the Owls from running too much time off the clock, as each team only got one drive in that third quarter.
It's going to be a tall order for the Lions.
The Lions took a little over 6 minutes off the clock, and then the Owls took the rest with their run game they've got going.
Well, they can certainly run the football. Now, if we get the Lions to run the football a little bit, that would be really good. Montana McEwen in at the running back spot, so a little break for Hamilton and Armstrong Teeters. Rodriguez is back. He finds Whitus. Whitus is wide open at the 50, and he's brought down with a beautiful tackle by Boone.
Yeah, great.
Cade Boone saves a touchdown there with that form tackle by the guy who had 3 picks last week.
Yeah, he did. Great play there by the Lions, as that was a pickup of about, we're going to call it 29 or so there for the Lions.
And that's that connection you were talking about, Rodriguez to Whitus.
If they can get that connection going, good things happen.
Ball at the 44 of Joshua. Low snap handled by Rodriguez. He's in trouble. He's scrambling. He's brought down from behind. Fortunately, he's up to the 40. Let's hope he's okay.
A pickup of about 4 there as he was tackled by a couple Owls.
Second down, 6 to go.
Okay, we'll call it a 4-yard pickup for Rodriguez.
2nd and 6 here from the 40.
Montana McEwen, a sophomore, in there where Fluellen would normally be. He gets the handoff. He gets a couple of yards. Pile being pushed.
Montana McEwen, the ball carrier.
Yeah, and Phoenix signaling to the sideline. He lost his armband, it looks like, back at the 19-yard line or so.
Third down and 4 for the Lions. This is a critical conversion opportunity for the Lions, and let's see if they can get it on 3rd down. If they don't, I think they might go for it on 4th.
I think they have to.
Depending upon field position. Brighton Young back in there at the left guard position. Whitus in motion. He moves over. He's a single receiver on the right side. Look, the pass is to Trenton Clayton, I'm sorry. And I'm not sure exactly what happened there. It looked like the pass was in the area where it was possibly catchable.
Yeah, just a little miscommunication there. It looked like pass was a little slightly off, and Clayton didn't quite get turned around quick enough there.
That's Clayton's first play from scrimmage at the halfback or H-back position. So Lions are going for it on 4th and 4. See if we can get that connection to Whitus. He's looking for him. He's in trouble. He keeps his balance. He's still scrambling, and he has to throw out of bounds, which means it'll be a turnover on downs. There is a penalty on the play in the defensive backfield.
Yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully maybe against the defense here.
There's a holding call, and if that goes against Joshua, that'll give the Lions an automatic 1st down.
Be a big break for the Lions there.
Yeah, I wonder if somebody was trying to slow Whitus down.
I think you're probably right, and it looks like it is going to go against the Owls.
That's the first penalty that's really hurt Joshua.
The penalty against Joshua.
Let's see if the Lions can take advantage.
It'll bring up 1st and 10 here from the Joshua 29.
Whitus and Nolan Graham to the right. Colbert and Dunn to the left. Montana McEwen still in the running back spot. Rodriguez looking downfield, gets good protection, finds his man. It's Chris Whitus over the middle. Whitus trying to get to the 1st down yardage. He's going to be a little bit short.
Yeah, it looked to be a pickup of about 8 there, so bring up 2nd and probably 2 here.
Came completely across the field, a little, just a little 5-yard crossing pattern, and nice job, nice delivery by Rodriguez, and good run after the catch by Whitus.
Yeah, great play there by the 2.
2nd and 2 for the Lions. Ball at the 20-yard line of Joshua. Fake handoff to McEwen. Scrambling is Rodriguez. He's going to the left, looking for the first down stick. I think he got it.
I think he did too. Look for the official call here, but it looked like he got out of bounds.
Rodriguez on the quarterback scramble.
I didn't see him hold the ball out like they do in the pros.
Yeah.
I think he knew he had the first down without having to do that.
Well, it looks like they're going to call it short by a yard. Bring up 3rd and 1 here. It really looked from the booth like he got it, but refs are a lot closer than I am.
Yes, and it was on the far side, so my eyes deceived me. Hand off to McEwen. McEwen's got a first down, breaks a tackle at the 15-yard line, and he's inside down to about the 14 or maybe the 13 and a half.
Yeah, first down a little bit more there. It looked like he picked up about 5 or so. Only needed 1, but we'll always take that extra yardage.
Ethan Brand goes off the field, kind of holding his shoulder. Low snap handled by Rodriguez. Looks to his left, and as the receiver fell down. So it's incomplete.
Yeah, and receiver's trotting off the field here.
Yeah, I think that was Aiden Ray that lost his footing at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, I see White is taking a break on this play too. Got Nolan Graham and Javion Bailey out right.
2nd and 10. McEwen in motion. Lots of pressure, and Rodriguez has to throw it away. It's going to be a bubble screen, it looked like, to Cabrian Williams, and just Rodriguez just under too much pressure. He almost threw that one away.
Yeah, under pressure immediately there. So bring up 3rd and 10 here for the Lions as they're really trying to get something going, sustainable with the passing game here.
Sure would like to see something like a draw play or a screen, you know, when you're getting pressured like Rodriguez did on that one. Let's see what we can do. Montana McEwen, man in motion is Williams. Rodriguez gets better protection. It's a little screen pass to McEwen, and he is bounced out of bounds. It's going to be pretty close to a conversion right there.
Yeah, it'll be close. Looked like he might have been a yard short or so, but given the field position here, if he is only a yard short, like it looks like he is, maybe 2, it looks like the Lions are definitely going to go for it.
I like the call. Yeah, it's not as close as we thought. I think he kind of kicked the stick as he went out of bounds, but must have stepped on the sideline about 2 yards short of the line to gain. So ball spotted at the 7, Bentley.
Armstrong Teeters back in the game at running back, and Ethan Brand back in at H-back.
Well, both have had pass receptions tonight, so don't be surprised if one of them is not the target here. 4th and 2, in motion goes Bailey, and I think that's a timeout.
Yeah, I think timeout Greenville. Leave them with 1 left in the half.
Yeah, it's a critical down. You don't want to let a missed botched play because you didn't have everybody on the right page.
Yeah, you'd like to keep those timeouts as much as you can, but this is a play where the Lions have to have the first down, and a touchdown would be great.
Yeah,
so you want to make sure you take your time and draw something up good here.
Well, I like that little quick pass to the running back.
I do too.
Yeah, I'm kind of impressed with Montana McEwen. You know, he had such a tough time fielding kickoffs last week.
Yeah.
But the sophomore, he's kind of come up big here.
Yeah, he has.
I didn't realize he was a running back, but with Fluella now, with the concussion, he's getting an opportunity, and he might see some more time before the season's over.
Yeah, quite possibly. I don't know that he might not be much of a running back per se, because they've got the other 3 guys that are so good, but he's doing a good job stepping up and filling in tonight.
Yep.
And it's always nice when you've got something like that, kind of an ace in the hole.
You know who we haven't seen very much at running back? That's Jamorian Hamilton.
Yeah, and I have a feeling that has something to do with so much playing both ways. They're trying to let Armstrong Teeters do the majority of the running, and Hamilton play more snaps at defense.
We'll have to see if Hamilton is involved with the defense.
Yeah.
Let's hope he's not injured with that knee. Here we go. 4th and 2. White is in motion, right to left. Rodriguez hands to Teeters. Or no, he didn't.
It was a fake, and
oh, wow.
the Owls read that really well, and sacked him for a big loss there and a turnover on downs.
Had me fooled. I thought he handed the ball off. Wow.
I guess those Owls just have really great eyesight down there on the field.
Well, unfortunately, the Lions come up empty one more time. They get inside the red zone, but just can't finish the job. So they still trail 29-8 with 9:05 remaining in this ball game.
Lions look to get a big stop here as they need to get the ball back quick. Forced fumble would be ideal here. I would say an interception, but based off that first half, I don't expect Joshua to throw the ball a single time.
Yeah, I do not see number 18 on the defensive lineup down there. Here's a handoff. Aiden Ray ran onto the field late. Lions only had 10 players on there. There's Matthew on the carries. Now Montana's playing a little bit of defense now, so he's seeing double duty.
That makes me wonder if there maybe is an injury to Hamilton.
Yeah, he tweaked his knee against Frisco Heritage.
Yeah,
and he's a vital cog. He really hasn't had much of an impact tonight, so it could be that he is nursing a bad wheel. Here's the handoff to the fullback. Good job by several Lions. Ball was loose, picked up by Mekhi McEwen, and he's at the 25, and he is just blindsided by 3 gray-shirted Owls, but it looks like it might be the Lions' ball.
Yeah, it looks like it. So a huge play there by Mekhi McEwen. And the McEwen brothers just making a big difference in this game, or trying to.
Yeah, the Owls are trying to say that he was down by contact, that he was down on his knee when he lost the ball.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like the referees agreed with that.
Referees are not buying it, thankfully, for the Lions. So the offense back on the field after that turnover. And it's nice that the Lions are on the positive side of the turnover.
Yeah, for sure, especially, yeah.
See if we can negate that pass rush and get something going with a short passing game. Rodriguez looks downfield, has to scramble, and he has to go out of bounds for a loss of maybe 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah, we'll see the exact spot, but definitely a loss there. Bring up 2nd and long here.
Got to do something to slow down those Owl defensive linemen.
Yeah.
Going to call it a loss of 3. So 2nd and 13 for the Lions.
Second down, 13.
Joshua 28. Hand off to Teeters, and he is immediately tackled at the line of scrimmage and thrown back 5 yards.
Yeah, so it looks like it'll bring up 3rd and 13 here.
No gain on the play.
James Hamilton, number 51, is getting an opportunity to play a little right tackle. He's in place of Mario Valentine. 3rd down, we'll still call it 12 yards. Rodriguez finds it. Oh, man. That was almost another interception. Is that Cade Boone?
I believe so.
Zayden Armstrong Teeters incomplete.
Boy, that was
real dangerous.
Yeah, it was kind of behind Armstrong Teeters and almost right into the hands of a defender there.
Yeah. Bring up 4th and 13 here. Looks like the Lions are definitely going to go for it.
Yeah, not much choice here. They need to try to make something happen. They're in good field position inside, Joshua's 30-yard line. Good snap, better protection this time. Rodriguez is going to scramble, but he doesn't have enough, unless they call kind of a late hit over there, but no flag.
Yeah, bring a turnover on downs. Looks like Joshua will get the ball at about the 23-yard line.
I think one of the things that the sophomore has to learn is when it's 4th down, you can't be throwing the ball out of bounds. You can't be running out of bounds short of the sticks. You got to try to do something.
Yeah, you got to try to make something happen there.
He just doesn't seem to have the presence of mind on those critical plays. So You know, Coach told me before the season he really has great command of the offense. He knows where everybody's supposed to be. But anyway, Joshua's got the ball. And great job by Armstrong Teeters. He met the fullback just about the time that Braden Payne was handing it off. And
Matthew, the ball carrier.
Nice play by Armstrong Teeters.
Yeah, good play there by Teeters. He got some help there at the end from some of his line teammates to make that tackle, but he was the first with contact.
You got to gang tackle because many times, you know, the first guy is not going to be able to bring you down, so you got to get some help.
For sure.
You know, at the point of contact.
Especially when you're looking at these guys like Salas and Matthews. I mean, they bounce off of you like a pinball machine.
Absolutely. Here we go, second, and we'll call it 11. Handoff once again, and the Lion defensive line's coming up big. And they stop the running back for a loss.
And it looks like the Owls might have a new quarterback in there. I believe that's number 16, Donald Burrell, taking some snaps.
They may have several new players in there. Offensive line might be, you know, second teamers all the way.
Yeah, Lions have had much better results right here so far.
Probably Esteban Salas is not too happy about that.
Yeah. Well, I'm a little surprised to see if they're swapping quarterbacks in O-line. I'm a little surprised to see Salas still out there.
Yeah. Here's a long pass intended for number 4, Burry, but it's overshot. Another left-handed quarterback.
Quarterback, his pass incomplete for Malachi Berry.
So you got 2 lefties.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Bring up 4th and 10 here for the Owls as they're going to punt it away for maybe the first time tonight.
It is the first punt by the Owls. And that stops the clock with 5:41 remaining. So Coach DeArmond, he knows what he's doing. He's getting his reserves an opportunity to play, and I commend him for that.
Dunn back to receive at the 45.
It's a good high kick. And it's muffed. And it's picked up by an Owl. He can't advance it, but it's a turnover as Dunn is unable to field the punt. And it's what, 3 turnovers for the Lions tonight?
I believe so. 2 picks and a muff.
Joshua will get the football 1st and 10 from
So Joshua will have the ball 1st and 10 from the Greenville 45-yard line
yeah,
here.
it's a real slap in the face to the defense.
Yeah.
You know,
they did their job, but it unfortunately
yeah,
didn't quite happen.
Well, you know, years ago, Greenville would not let a guy return a punt. They wouldn't let him field it, and I would get so upset, but I guess that's the reason right there. Because, you know, that's just, you know, just a muff, and you lose the ball.
Matthew, the ball carrier.
5-yard carry by Matthew. Going to bring up second, and we'll call it 2nd and 6.
Savage making the tackle. Gain of 4 on
Different
the play
look
at 41-yard line.
for the
It's 2nd
Owls
down
here
and
is it
6 to
is
go.
not Salas in there. It looks like number 5, Alex Rubicalba, in at the running back position possibly.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about how the Lion sideline feels after, you know, getting a stop and then immediately turning the ball back over. Here's a pass attempt, and it's over the head of the intended receiver. That's Kreiner,
Pass incomplete.
covered by Montana McEwen and Aiden Ray.
The intended target.
Bring up 3rd and 6 here for the Owls.
So maybe the Lion defense can force another turnover on downs.
3rd down, 6 to go from the 41.
Defensive line right now is Montana McEwen, LeGarrette Savage, looks like Sergio Coronado, and maybe Cooper Roberts across the front. Trenton Clayton now is lined up kind of like a defensive end there from his linebacker spot. Here's the pitch, and there's the reverse. And Burry has lots of room. He's down to the 30. He hurdles a man inside the 30-yard line. That's a good tackle by Montana McEwen over there.
Yeah, bring up 1st and 10 here for the Owls from about the 27-yard line, I believe. 28-yard line.
I love the reverses.
Yeah, they're always fun to watch.
Yeah, and we've had one play with a reverse tonight that worked out very well, but that's the only time we tried that that reverse action.
Yeah.
First down, Joshua, 28-yard line of Greenville. 4:15 clock running here in this one. 29-8. The Owls lead the Greenville Lions. This once again is just a huge stadium, and when you have 100 or 200 fans in the stands, it looks like you don't have anybody following the team.
Exactly, yeah. So it looks like a delay of game penalty on the Owls. That's going to back them up 5 yards here.
Yeah, that second string quarterback is Donald Burrell. He's once again, he's another lefty, but he's just he is a senior, so. Payne's a junior. Burrell is back. He's throwing the ball up for grabs. And Burry, turned around and had an opportunity to get that one, but he let it slip through his fingers.
Yeah. Bring up 2nd and 15 here.
Aiden Ray once again was in the area, but he was not in position to defend the pass.
Yeah, Lions have gotten lucky a couple times here. There's been several throws off target, but also several that have hit the receivers for Joshua in the hands, and they just bounced right off.
Yep, exactly. So it's 2nd down. We'll call it 15 for the Owls after that penalty. Fake the handoff. Here comes Burrell. Burrell's keeping it, and he's down to about the 21-yard line for a nice pickup.
Yeah, it looks like that'll probably bring up about 3rd and 3. So about a 10-yard run, 12-yard run.
Call it 3rd and 3. Aguilera on the tackle for the Lions.
21-yard line. 3rd down. 2 to go.
We haven't seen much of Aguilera on the defensive linebacker spot tonight.
No, we have not.
Again, maybe due to the absence of Hamilton.
I have a feeling it probably is. I saw Hamilton earlier on the sideline still in his uniform, but no helmet.
Okay, 3rd down, handoff to the fullback, and he goes right up the middle. And remove the chains.
Yeah, bring up 1st and 10 here for the Owls.
Brought down on the play by Cameron Clayton alongside Aguilera.
That was Alex Rubalcaba.
That's the Joshua Owls.
Got him some pretty fancy green shoes there.
Yeah. Saw number 40, Jorge Aguilera, limping a little on the play there afterwards.
Okay, 1st and 10 for the Owls. Fakes the handoff. There goes Burrell. Burrell fakes the man, but Colbert stays with him and brings him down before he can get into the end zone.
Yeah, it looks like they're spotted at the 2. So Joshua will have 1st and goal from the 2-yard line here.
Burrell has better wheels than Braden Payne, but Payne must have a better handle on the offense as far as handing that ball off. But Burrell clearly has tremendous speed. He really got on that edge quickly.
Yeah, definitely able to get out and move with the ball.
So the Owls are knocking on the door once again. 1st and goal from the 3. Burrell looks back, throws quickly, overshoots his receiver. It'll be 2nd down.
Looks like it's going to be a false start on the offense there.
So a procedure penalty against the Owls will cost them 5. Move it back to the 8-yard line.
Looking at this Joshua offense, I got to say I'm a little surprised to see them throw on 2nd and goal when you're on the 3-yard line with how they've been going all game.
Yeah. Here's the thing, they're just giving their kids an opportunity to do something different. I commend the coaches for that.
2-minute timeout here.
I guess that means we got 2 minutes left.
I guess it does.
You think, Archer?
I think that sounds about right.
He agrees. All right. We'll take a 30-second break. Tiffany, how about that? That's Tiffany Lynn at the controls.
When Juice first brought high-speed internet to Greenville, the world looked like this. Today, more than 20 years later, the world looks like this. Some things change over time, and some things stay the same. Fast speed, reliability, and hometown customer service. Juice, delivering high-speed internet to our hometown for more than 20 years.
Ever wondered why your GUS bill seems to fluctuate unpredictably? Are you left scratching your head, pondering?
Why are these bills so high? Are they really reading these meters, or are we just guessing?
Why the highs and lows, especially when Texas weather goes from scorching to chilly? Well, here's the deal. Texas weather swings like a pendulum, impacting your energy costs. Picture this, your thermostat at 75 degrees in May, when it's hitting an average.
Knocking on the door once again. Burrell under center for the Owls. Hands off to... Oh, he didn't hand off.
He faked the handoff and kept it himself and bulldozed into the end zone there for another Joshua touchdown.
Wow. Pretty deceptive.
Yeah, very deceptive. The Owls have got that fake down for sure.
Yeah, I thought he handled that ball off the Rubalcaba, but he clearly, once again, used his speed and turned the corner on the right side this time.
It looks like they are going to go for two here also.
That's kind of an interesting decision again, but just giving your kids an opportunity, second unit. Burrell looking left. Now he's in trouble, and it looks like he's going to be brought down by...
It was number 72, Sergio Coronado, the sack there.
35, Greenville, 8.
So 35-8 score remains.
Minute 54 left on the clock here.
We appreciate your cooperation to keep everybody safe here.
Next week we're in this same area.
Yeah.
Just down the street down 287 in Midlothian. Of course, there you talk about a tough club, tough week to prepare for Midlothian Heritage. They were a preseason pick to win the district, and we have to open at their place for our district opener. So we'll be making a similar trip. I'll have a short trip from my kids' place in Mansfield, and you guys will have a longer trip from Greenville.
Yeah, about an hour and a half drive from Greenville or so.
Big old new stadium down there in Midlothian, though, so that'll be probably a pretty nice spot to call a game from.
Yeah.
Let's give a shout out to the folks at Mansfield, though. They've provided for us. They got the air conditioner work. They provide us with food from Chick-fil-A, plenty to drink, snacks. So thanks very much to the folks from Mansfield ISD.
Yes, very much appreciated.
Here's the
kick.
Great hosts. And it's fumbled. And guess what?
The ball coming loose on the
Just when it rains, it pours, and Aiden Ray just couldn't handle the pop-over kick. Didn't call for a fair catch this time.
No.
And consequently, we got a player down on the field for Joshua, and Damian Bankston limping off the field toward the opposite sideline.
So hopefully Bankston's all right, and hopefully it's nothing too serious for this Owl, as he looked to be near the bottom of the pile there when they went for the ball.
And that's turnover number 4. Is that right, David?
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's the 4th turnover, and it's second one by muffed kick.
Yeah, 2 interceptions and 2 muffed kicks, 1 punt and 1 kickoff.
Yeah, all right, that is number 11, who's been involved quite a bit tonight, Kevin McManus, who either got his bell rung or got the wind knocked out of him.
You can see he's kind of holding his back there, or his side as he walks off the field.
He's been in on quite a few tackles tonight for Joshua.
Yeah, definitely a big part of that defense and kicking team.
So Donald Burrell gets a few more opportunities to show off his talents. This time he does hand to the fullback, and
number 6, Joe Strother. Listed as a linebacker on the sheet, but he's playing some running back here.
Yeah, coaches told me he gets a little playing time. So we thought he's been in there the whole time, and we've just misidentified him.
Second down, 6 to go.
2nd and 6 for the Owls once again. No, it's a fake handoff, and the pitch is muffed, and maybe the Lions covered this one.
Looks like they did, and
that's McEwen, is it?
it was,
It's recovered by the Greenville Lions.
and he recovered it. So great play there by Montana McEwen.
Yeah, Burrell got a little bit loose with that pitch, and they turn it right back over to the Lions. So we will get to see the offense for at least a few more minutes here at the end of this game, and maybe they'll be working against the the second unit of Joshua. So maybe they'll be able to generate some offense.
Maybe. Looking at 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line with 1:15 left here.
Are you able to see that clock? Because I have to lean back to look at the
Yeah,
scoreboard.
I'm just far enough down that I'm able to lean forward.
You rascal,
slightly
you.
to see it.
Okay, 1st and 10 for the Lions. Sophomore quarterback, Phoenix Rodriguez, hands to sophomore running back, Montana McEwen.
Bounced around and picked up, looks like about 7 yards there.
You know, he's put together. He's he's not a stranger to the weight room.
No, not at all.
He's a sophomore, and his brother, Mackay McEwen, is a senior.
Second down.
It's nice to see somebody in there, with a little pizzazz maybe. Give Armstrong Teeters a rest. He's had a long night. Montana McEwen gets another opportunity, and he's going to move the sticks, I think.
I think so. That or it'll be super close, but it looked like they got the first down there. Sure enough.
So that stops the clock momentarily. 30 seconds remaining in this one, folks. We appreciate you being with us tonight. Tiffany Lynn has been our director, and we've got several cameramen, William and Josh and Talon, doing work for Tiffany, and I'm sure the production is being much appreciated by you folks. All right, 1st and 10. Looked like there was a jump on the defensive side. McEwen's got the ball again, and that was going to stop the clock, and we'll probably go against the Owls.
Yeah, I think so. Looked like a pickup about 7, but we'll see after the penalty call here.
Looks the Lions will probably have one play. There's 4 seconds left, and I guess they've decided they're not going to throw anymore. They're just going to leave McEwen have his way.
I guess so.
I think the defensive right end just jumped the gun that time, and the Lions are they're going to call their final timeout. Maybe.
The penalty against Joshua is declined.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 2 here.
What? Oh, we're gonna let the game be over.
And that is our ball game.
That's interesting.
Final score of the Joshua
All right,
Owls,
the Lions, interestingly enough, decide they don't want to run another play with 4 seconds left. So, final score: Joshua 35, Greenville 8 from R.L. Anderson Stadium. For Tiffany Lynn, for Archer O'Neill, and for Bentley Love, I'm Bob Muty saying good night, everybody, and God bless you.
Juice trims trees all year long because we want first-rate electric reliability. And you know what that makes? Mulch. Lots of mulch. Mountains of mulch. And if you know someone who needs mulch, just come to 502 Wesley Street to pick it up. You'll have to load it yourself, but you can take as much as you want for free. Because it's just one more way Juice is delivering hometown service and world-class reliability.